It can be a horrifying thing. A show you once greatly enjoyed becomes a show you greatly loathe. You're watching Mozart the Best, and we will be seeing the worst examples of seasonal rot in animated TV shows. The Simpsons is surely a great show, and will be remembered in history as one of the greatest animated shows of all time. But the newer seasons can really be a train wreck. The new episodes range from being pretty boring to just bad.
You! What's wrong, honey? Please, I've had enough attention for one day! Yo, lighting! I can't see the girl who's had enough attention!
The jokes can be stale, and the mood is just not the same. But I feel that the main problem with modern Simpsons is the flanderization of the characters.
Don't shake your fist at me! Look, man, I don't want any trouble. Come on. Here, just take my wallet. Leave me alone, okay?
First of all, Ned Flanders, the trope namer, went from a nice, normal guy who was very religious, loved his family, and was generally kind to everyone he met, to a completely obsessed and intolerant fundamentalist. But it doesn't stop there. Next there's Patty Bouvier, who at first was generally uninterested in men, and the reason she was so strictly celibate was out of respect for her sister.
It's not that I don't love you.
You love me! Kaloo-kalay!
Yes, but
But?
I'm a twin. And as such, I have a
Special tie to your sister, yes.
And the only man I could marry would have to understand.
That you couldn't leave your sister for any man. Oh.
Yes. So I know you appreciate why you can never...
See you again?
Exactly.
Now, with the magic of retroactive continuity, they made her gay.
Marge, did you really think I was straight?
Yeah, let's just forget about the episode where she legitimately fell in love with Principal Skinner. Now she's a lesbian, because why not? That's not even it. Just about every character except Maggie has been flanderized at one point, but the show must go on.
SpongeBob SquarePants!
The first few episodes of season 4 were pretty decent, but it was when Good Neighbors aired that people knew SpongeBob had changed. The problems with modern SpongeBob are, again, the flanderized characters. SpongeBob went from the everyman to the creepily annoying yellow bastard. Patrick went from lovably stupid to annoyingly stupid and a complete douchebag.
This time it's on me.
Patrick, that's my money.
Have you learned nothing about sharing?
Bite my shiny metal ass.
Mr. Krabs went from your average businessman trying his best to make a profit to the living embodiment of an evil corporation.
You're fired.
What?
Fired? Well, you see, I've been doing some calculating and, crunching the old numbers, and it turns out that I'll save a whole nickel if I cut your salary. Completely.
Squidward went from a lovable jerk to a constant abuse victim who he sympathized with.
I think I hit the wrong note back there. What the?
What a lucky break. Now I have a captive audience.
Yeah, that leads to my next point. The treatment of Squidward is legitimately disgusting. What did he do that makes the writers hate him so much?
How bad could it be?
Oh, Squidward!
The storylines are awful. We had one episode where the main premise is SpongeBob getting a splinter. Interesting, right? There's another episode where he is annoyingly oblivious to the torture his pet snail is enduring thanks to the new pet.
You put Fluffy down right now. Bad boy Gary. Bad.
And there's an episode where Mr. Krabs, deciding to eliminate the competition, mentally tortures his rival to the point where he attempts to commit suicide. I'm serious.
Go away, cheesehead. Can't you see I'm trying to get run over?
It can be said that SpongeBob has been improving since season 9, but the Dark Ages are still firmly planted in memory. This went from a funny, playful, satirical cartoon to a show that now tries its best to offend as many people as possible. One problem with Modern Family Guy is Brian. Really, he is now the worst character on the show for me. He went from a cool, down-to-earth guy who had liberal beliefs to being a self-righteous piece of shit. When Brian died in that one episode, I know they meant for me to be sad, but all I could think was,
I'm afraid that our Brian is dead.
Oh, Judith, that's terrible. You must be devastated.
this show loves trying to offend people, like in the episode Not All Dogs Go to Heaven, where it seems like someone didn't give the writers a memo that not all Christians are Ned Flanders. Not to mention the insulting speech at the end.
Oh no. You're right, Brian. You're right.
There's also Fresh Air, where the writers want to squeeze out as much incest jokes as possible in 22 minutes.
And the worst part about it is I can't have sex. God, I wish there was a way I could just do it myself. You know, just to be done and napping within 4 minutes.
Let me show you something.
That was amazing. So you can do that, like, what, once a year or something?
No, you can do it basically whenever you're not doing something else.
Cool. Hey, next time I want to try it with my hand.
And how can we forget about Brian's a bad father? Because if Brian's political views weren't bad enough, let's have him be a horrible dad, not wanting to build a relationship with his only son.
Oh, crap. It's Dylan.
Dylan? Your son? I haven't heard you mention him in ages.
Yeah, I decided to step away from the whole situation. The last thing he needs is a father who's, sometimes there, sometimes not.
Really? When was the part when you were there?
And exploiting him after finding out he became an actor.
And you know what's weird? You're on a show, I'm a writer. It's almost like the universe is trying to, I don't know, make us work together or something. I don't know.
You may say it's satire, but that doesn't give it a pass for me.
Juice, rubber goose, green rose, guava juice, giant snake, birthday cake, large rice, chocolate shake.
Odd parents, fairly odd parents. It lets you live when you have a kid with fairly odd parents.
Yeah, right.
This show is now a zombie. It is a zombie that has lost all the life it had. The main premise of each episode was essentially, Timmy makes a wish.
I wish my dad was the smartest dad in the world. You got it, Jimmy!
It goes bad in unexpected ways.
I'm going to rip them open and show everybody their vocal cords.
And Timmy reverses that wish.
What's this sharp thing?
That's all fine and dandy, and it really worked out well in the beginning, but that's a concept that is doomed to get old. The point where Fairly OddParents jumped the shark is when they started adding new characters. First of all, there's Useless, Poof. Then there was Pointless, who others may like to call Anti-Poof, or Foop, followed by Scrappy 2.0, who the show named Sparky. Then, wouldn't you know it, Anti-Sparky. Next there is Mary Sue, who goes by the nickname of Chloe. Then we have Uncle Steve, Cousin Nicky, Sleepy Gary, and my favorite, Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Wait, but
I need an ambulance.
Anyway, being serious, that's 5 new characters in the span of 4 seasons. The humor in the show is also gone. Seriously, this show is deprived of anything that can be considered funny, unless you find forced pop culture references funny. Timmy has become a real douche, Cosmo has become a real moron, Wanda has become a real bitch. Timmy's parents are now disgustingly neglectful.
Well, I mean twerpectomy. It's where we remove your tonsils and your will to live.
Guess what, Timmy? For a twerpectomy, you get 5 nights in Hawaii!
And Vicky seems a little too eager to kill the kid whose parents pay her. This show is a shell of its former self. I can't watch a modern episode without banging my head against the wall. That is all. Make sure you remember these shows for what they were and not for what they have become. Peace, guys, and most of the best.